What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl. So, Alex Murdaugh has turned himself in. Well, he's supposed to have turned himself in today. The 61-year-old Hampton County man, Chris Edward Smith, is charged with allegedly staged attempted suicide shooting of Alex Murdaugh, appeared at a bail hearing on Thursday, alternately shaking, sobbing, and rocking as he sat before the judge. "This is all crap," Curtis Edwards said. At one point, so he's sitting there and he's like, looking all the stress and everything. And he's like, "This is crap." The brief morning hearing was held in a courtroom at the Hampton County Sheriff's Department in rural Farmville, South Carolina, about 70 miles from Charleston. Smith is a former client of Murdaugh's law firm and alleged drug dealer. Murdaugh recently said a 20-year addiction to opioids drove him to hatch his own killing. Now, wait a minute. So, Alex been on drugs, been on opiates for 20 years. He had a 20-year addiction to opioids. So nobody in the family knew that he was addicted to this drug. He was an addict. No one knew about that. Did Paul and his mom and his wife know about this? Because that could change a lot for Paul and Maggie's death. Maybe Maggie found some stuff going on with the books. Because their death is still a mystery. But to me, I'm still putting the finger towards Alex because this is crazy. So he has a 20-year addiction to opiates, and that's what drove him to hatch his own killing. Now, his wife Maggie and 22-year-old son Paul were shot dead at a family home in June. And I'm telling you, I think Alex got something to do with this. But Smith's involvement in the bizarre saga of the Murdaugh case, so far at least, is confined to the shooting incident September 4th on a rural road near Hampton, South Carolina, where Alex Murdaugh told police someone shot him while he was stopped to fix a tire. Now, Murdaugh surrendered to the authorities on Thursday and will be arraigned later in the day for allegedly trying to commit insurance fraud in collision with Smith. I think he needs more charges. Smith arrived in foot and wrist shackles, his blonde hair matted to his head. He was unsteady on his feet and had to be helped up to his seat by two sheriff's deputies. He rocked back and forth in his chair and continually tapped his feet. Throughout the hearing, occasionally making grunting noises. Smith has been charged with assisted suicide, assault and battery of a high aggravated nature, pointing and presenting a firearm, distribution of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, insurance fraud, and conspiracy to commit insurance fraud. His bond was set at $55,000. Earlier this week, Murdaugh told the cops that he told Smith to kill him so his surviving son, Buster, will collect his $10 million life insurance policy. Alex Murdaugh is part of at least 2 other state investigations. Shortly after he resigned from Peters, Murdaugh, Parker, Ellsworth, and Dietrich on September 6th, the South Carolina State Law Enforcement Division announced it was investigating allegations that Murdaugh stole money from his high-powered law firm. Now, earlier Wednesday, the same agency opened a probe into the death of Murdaugh's longtime housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield. Now, Satterfield, who is 57 years old, died in February of 2018 after a trip and fall accident in the family's home, according to a new lawsuit filed by the housekeeper's children. More than 3 years later, the exact details of the fall remain unclear, even to the housekeeper's son and heirs. A Hampton County lawsuit seeking unspecified damages said in this case. So, they are probing into the Gloria Satterfield case for the trip and fall accident. Okay. I wonder, they need to find out if he has anything to do with Stephen Smith's death. Stephen Smith's death, because Stephen Smith, they found his body on the road. Okay. His car has ran out of gas, or somebody took some of the gas out so he could run out of gas. I think Stephen Smith was murdered so he wouldn't talk about something. I think he knew something about the Murdaugh family, and he probably knew something about Alex. Okay, Alex or Alec, whatever y'all want to call him. I think he knew something about him, and it could not get out because it would tarnish the family name. Well, it's already tarnished now. So I think Alec has a lot of stuff on his hands. I think he got a lot of blood on his hands. I think he did some dirty things. And I think maybe some of the people who don't know about it. But for Paul to be murdered and Maggot to be murdered, something is not right there. And I think whoever murdered them, either Alec hired them to do it, but Alex got something to do with the murders. That's how I feel about it. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's how I feel about it. I feel that Alex had something to do with his wife and son's murder. And his wife probably found out about his addiction to drugs and his whatever else he got his hand into. And she probably told him, if you don't stop it, I'm going to tell. And he had to find a way to get rid of her. So since he wanted to stage things, he probably staged all of these things. He probably staged the thing with Gloria Satterfield to get rid of her for whatever reason. Okay, he probably staged Stephen Smith's death, on that road for him to run out of gas and then for him to be murdered. I think his hand is in a lot of dirty things, and I think he got his hands are bloody from different people. There's something not right here. Because he hired Curtis to kill him, which it failed. It was a plan that failed, which it failed, okay, so that his son could get $10 million. $10 million from the insurance. Now, someone did mention in my comment section, what if he was getting the $10 million so that whatever debt he had, his son could pay it off? Well, if that was the case, his son will have to know, Buster will have to know what debt he's into for that to even happen. But I don't think Buster knew that what his father was planning to do. I don't think he knew about his father planning to take his own life so he can get the money. Now, he probably would have left a note around saying, this is what you got to do, or whatever the case may be. You know how these rich people be leaving notes and stuff sealed so that if something happened to them, you can't read it until I'm dead and gone. And then that's when you find out a whole bunch of stuff. You just never know. This is like one of them Lifetime murder movies they used to watch in the 90s. This is what it's giving me. This is going to be, I'm telling you, this is going to be a Netflix movie or some type of movie. Or it might be on the Oxygen channel or the ID channel. We don't know. But this stuff is some heavy things, and I think it goes way deeper down. So keep your eyes and ears open, because I think some exposing is about to happen. That's what I think with this case. With the Murdaugh case, I think dealing with Alex, I think some more things are about to be exposed. We shall see. But Curtis, Edward, there's no need for you to be upset now. You wasn't upset when Murdaugh paid you the money. You're not that good of a killer because he's still walking around and now you in jail. So you can't be upset at no one but yourself. If Murdaugh really wanted to pull this off, I'm pretty sure somebody that he couldn't stand would have been willing to do it, and probably for free. I tell you, this case has given me a headache, but it's interesting, so I'm going to keep reporting on it. All right, you guys, what do you think about this Murdaugh case? What do you think about this Murdaugh case? I'm just like, I don't know what to say or how to feel, because I just think Alex is in a whole bunch of stuff that's going to come out later, and we're going to be like, pull up a chair, grab your cup of tea, and just sip and watch, because a lot of stuff is going to be exposed, a lot of things. And Curtis is locked up. I bet you whatever he know, he going to start singing like a bird. I'm telling you, he going to start singing. So we just got to wait and see what happens. All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's all I have for today. I'm tired. So there probably won't be another video after this. You know, so if not, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Always leave a comment, because I always read them. Except if you're being nasty and mean, I will block you and I will delete it, because I don't have time for that. Please be an adult in the comment section. We could talk about this, you know, as adults. And I'll talk to you later.